John, it was a hell of a day yesterday. First of all, Sweden qualifying for the quarterfinals of the World Cup, where they will face England after a pretty amazing game against Colombia. John, what did you make? What did you make of it? Let's take the way England started and the first 45 minutes.
Well, I think they were the better team in the first 45 minutes. In a fashion, they didn't dominate the game, but they looked most likely to score. They got a penalty, which they did score from, but very mixed. Colombia were disappointing at that particular stage. They didn't look like they were going to score. They didn't threaten the England goal at all.
No.
So that was the first part of it. And I assumed in the second half then England would go for it and score another goal and finish it off, which didn't prove to be the case. Actually, Colombia picked it up and picked it up very, very well. I think England went a bit defensive, Eamon.
Yeah.
They saw that what they usually do now with all the teams, they put Dyer on, I think, with about 10-15 minutes to go, as if that's going to tie up the game and win 1-0. They didn't go for it to finish Colombia off. And Colombia took advantage of it and actually scored from a corner kick, as we know, and looked as if they were going to win it. But I think in extra time, I think they took their foot off the pedal. I think England got very, very tired, surprisingly so.
Yeah.
And went on to the penalty shootout.
Yeah, I mean, it was only 18 degrees in that part of Russia, so the heat wouldn't have, but a lot of England players and some Colombians as well going down with cramp.
Yeah.
Now, I think looking at the England team last night, as opposed to the first two games where they tended to try to blitz teams, I thought they came very deep. Harry Kane was in ridiculous positions at times. He was so deep receiving the ball in his own half at times in the first half.
Yeah. Well, first of all, sorry, I'm go on.
No, I just wanted to sort of wondered how you saw that. I mean, Dele Alli coming deep, Jesse Lingard coming really deep, and I kind of felt these guys don't quite have a game plan here. Well,
I never thought they had a game plan. I was against the selection from day one, because I think it was something that they never had done before and never tried before.
Yeah.
And there were not enough midfield players on to do what needed to be done. Now, they played against two poor teams, and it didn't matter that much. Playing against a better team last night, I think you're absolutely right that Harry Kane was coming deep. Well, I'll tell you my take on it, why he came deep, Eamon, because there was no midfield players on the pitch apart from Henderson who should be starting in a deep position.
Yes.
So it was very difficult for Harry Kane to get the ball because there was no connection between the back and the front for Harry Kane and the other forward players to come in. That's how you play football.
Yeah, the point is there, John, isn't it, that you do need a playmaker, and I've just used shorthand, a Wes Hoolahan, or somebody like James, had he played last night, who is a very good playmaker, to make that connection between defence and attack. Yeah,
exactly. Actually, you need two, Eamon.
Yeah.
You need. That's the balance in the team.
Yeah.
Like Modric does it with Rakitic. Is that
Rakitic? Yeah.
Yeah, they do it very better than anybody else. Modric particularly.
Yeah.
That's the connection between. Like when fellas get it at the back, Eamon, they're not creative players. They need somebody. They defend. Then there's somebody they give the ball to who connects back to front.
Yep.
If you don't have anybody connecting back to front, then you've nobody connecting back to front.
Yep.
And that's why Harry Kane is coming into a deep position, and Dele Alli. From forward positions. So they're never going to receive the ball. They're going to receive the ball, it's only common sense, with their back to the goal. They're the forward players. They need somebody. Henderson can't do it.
Yeah.
And they've nobody else on the pitch. That was my objection to England from the start, Eamon. That the team that he played from the first match had never played together before.
Yeah.
And they were overloaded with forward players.
Yeah.
And they were overloaded with forward players again last night. So it's actually impossible to connect if you don't have the midfield players doing it. Now they've got honest players, Eamon. They've got honest lads who will have a go, but no cohesion. And you know, I heard the lads talking before the match, where they were well prepared. Well prepared with corner kicks and free kicks.
Yeah,
that's only one element of the game to be prepared, Eamon. Like the main part of being prepared is the overall play, and also you can be. There's nothing wrong with being prepared from corner kicks and free kicks, which they can do. But I can't see England. I never did from the start, Eamon. Have a connection. Actually, the best team that I've seen for connection in playing was Japan.
Yeah.
Japan were brilliant, Eamon. Now, actually, the best performers I've seen over around, apart from the goalkeeper, if they'd had a goalkeeper, I think they would have won that match against a team that was well fancied. Now, I'm going off the beaten track a little bit.
No,
I'm only saying that in relation to England.
Yeah.
Eamon. You know, they don't have a connection. Henderson can't do it.
No.
None of them can. Lingard, Dele Alli, Sterling, they're all forward players, and that's why Harry Kane had nothing, because there was nobody else coming deep to get the ball. He was coming deeper, much deeper than he should have been in the match. That would be my take on it. So there was no, and it allowed Colombia to come back into the game. They actually did, when they got playing, have some connection between back and front.
Yeah.